with child support, I think the solution is this, and I'm out your way. 2 years. Young woman gets pregnant as a teenager, young man and woman get pregnant. This is the 2-year plan. First 2 years are debt-free. You don't have to pay the government anything back. So she doesn't get to drag him into court and the court doesn't say, you owe us money for investing in your child through food programs, through early Head Start programs. Because in those 2 years, the boy has the option, or not even the option, he has the demand of the co-man to then go to a trade school. You have to go to a trade school, which incentivizes the United States to do it because we need more tradespeople. We don't have enough carpenters, we don't have enough electricians, we don't have enough people building roads. In my community, the girls are going to college and graduating. They have no men to marry because the boys are not going to college in the same trade. We call doctor. Her husband owned a locksmith company. Her husband was a carpenter, was a mechanic. So they had a good life. Their kids went to school right the same schools we went to. I think that the incentive to solving the child support problem and a part of solving our infrastructure problem is to incentivize young boys who have gotten a girl pregnant. You must now go through 2 years of trade school.
Oh, wait a minute. So, okay, I like what
Let me give you the rest of the answer first.
Okay, go ahead.
After that boy graduates, you get a further incentive if you and the girl marry. If you and the girl marry, we'll give you these incentives: zero finance home loans, something out of HUD besides an apartment.
There is a reason why I'm doing this live stream, right? There's a reason why I'm doing this live stream. Now, I want to do this as a video, but I decided not to do it as a video. Let me just do it as a live stream. And the link is in the description box here, right? It is Jermaine's fault. It will always be Jermaine's fault. And the reason why I'm playing that clip with Killer Mike, right, is to tell you why Jermaine, it shows that Jermaine does not have a civic culture. Jermaine refusal to look at the world from a perspective of being competitive, rather than being compete against the world, going against the world, sitting at the table of nations, the table of tribes. Jermaine would rather coalesce his existence around his carnal desires. And because he's evolving his lifestyle around his carnal desires, you can't, therefore, because of his life is surrounded all about that, he cannot blame the female group, the female within his own community, to do better than he is. Now, what Killer Mike said, right? Killer Mike talking about, in order to sympathize, I can't talk right now, to sympathize Black fatherhood is always, and how he frames the argument is, he always going to get the woman pregnant before he gets, he's going to get his girlfriend pregnant before advancing into adulthood. Y'all don't see the if you can't see the lack of comprehension and the lack of awareness of what is going on and how and why you are a defeated man. There was a book back then, created in the 1960s, early 60s. It was talking about the civic culture. Miss Queen Sunkid said, "What are you talking about, Big J?" It's in the link in the description box. I put 2 links in the description box and what I'm talking about, and I tagged those 2 individuals. So here we go again, Sergeant Willie Pete. All right. Oh, here we go again. Listen, it's 2025 right now, right? It's 2025, and y'all still on this? Sergeant Willie Pete and myself have been on YouTube around at the same time. Now he been making videos. He been making videos around 2006, 2007. I've been on YouTube since 2006. I started making videos in 2014 or 2014. So anyway, the point is, if you are a black man, if you are a black man and you still talking about the same things for 20 years at least, it's almost 20 years. So I'm surmising that Sergeant Willie Pete, SWP, and myself is about the same age. We was here in our 20s, and now we are in our 40s. So if we was here in our 20s in the early 2000s, and now we in 2025 and we are in our 40s, I got to say, there's a passage from the Old Testament where it says, where one, when you was a child, you thought as a child, and you grew up, and your thinking patterns is that of a man. If a lot of y'all can't understand why it's Jermaine's fault, well, I don't know what to tell y'all. It is Jermaine's fault. Jermaine's worldview is that of a child. Jermaine's perspective is, and don't sit there and say it's your feeling. I know how a lot of you Negroes love to use this phrase, facts over feelings, or fuck your feelings is about facts. No, the same Negroes who say that are the same Negroes who basing their opinions on their own feelings about women in general. Don't let that phrase, "Oh, I'm about fuck your feelings, I'm for facts." Do not believe the Negro. If you hear any man or any of these Negroes saying that stupid, idiotic crap, let you know they're basing their opinions on facts, on their feelings. And it's a selfish need here. I was going to begin by saying, there are 2 phrases to dive deep into this excuse me, soliloquy, where I was going to say, back in 1976, on a plane ride from Missouri City to Washington, D.C., there was a guy named Earl Butz. And since Jimmy Carter, the late Jimmy Carter, has passed away, the 39th president of the United States, this has something to do with him, right? So in 1976 presidential campaign, there's a guy named Earl Butz. Earl Butz was a racist, some would say is a racist Secretary of Agriculture under Gerald Ford. So after the 1976 convention, on the plane ride from Missouri City, Kansas, to Washington, D.C., Earl Butz said, made this statement because he was asked a question about the black voter. And he was talking about black men. This is at the same time period when Ronald Reagan, who also ran against Gerald Ford at the 1976 Republican convention, where when Ronald Reagan talked about the welfare queen. Well, Earl Butz decided to attack black men. And Earl Butz said, well, how are you going to attract the black vote? Earl Butz's reply was, the only thing that the black man need is tight shoes, tight pussy, and a warm place to shit. That's all what he said. A warm place to shit, tight pussy, and good fitting shoes. Now that's what Earl Butz said about the black man. Well, at the same time, Ronald Reagan, who ran against Gerald Ford for the GOP nominations, talking about the welfare queen. But let's fast forward 20 years ago. Let's fast forward this 20 years ago. Some of y'all might know one of the greatest hip hop artists of the 1990s. And no, I'm not talking about Tupac. Now, I know some of y'all are shocked by what I said. It's quoted. I actually did a video where Earl Butz, I'm going to say it again. I made a video about this 2-3 years ago about what Earl Butz said. Now, Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big, he made a song said, money, hoes, and clothes. That's all what a nigga knows. So I don't know why BGS IBMOR and Sergeant Willie Pete is talking about Jermaine, and then y'all wonder why the black women of in America, or in Britain and in Canada and in Jamaica, all these black women that y'all have that y'all saying, right, are accumulating in education. Well, at the same time, people among you display the level of ignorance and display the level of not knowing. the prideful need of being ignorant. You know, when I first got the new YouTube, right? You know, now what really jump started the manosphere, or what we call the, I'll say mid halfway through the manosphere 1.0, the Black Manosphere 1.0, right? Was this movie by Tim Alexander called The Diary of the Tired Black Man. Now that's how some of you Negroes, you know, we all want to talk about the genesis of the manosphere, or part of the genesis. I ain't saying that's the entirety, but part of the genesis of the manosphere was that movie by Tim Alexander. And when you watch that movie, only one person in that movie made a statement that should have shut down the entire argument between black men and black women. He made one statement that should have shut down the entire conversation. The problem with y'all is black men did not just sit there and just, you know, black women didn't just say, well, I kicked the man out the house. It didn't happen like that. No, Negroes. There was a series of events on why you got kicked out the house, but yet instead of y'all reading, researching, and actually trying to be politically active, a lot of y'all try to shuffle the blame squarely on the black woman. Now, I'm not here to simp for black women. I'm not here to sit for the black woman. I'm not. The problem is who y'all try to identify the problem, y'all missed the fucking mark. Now, we can talk about the crack epidemic. And yes, Virgo Live, I see you in the chat room. You said crack. But wait a minute. Let's not go too far ahead, though. Right? The crack epidemic was the result. It was not the cause. There was a thing called the gold shock of 1971. And there have been video after videos after videos about the gold shock of 1971. Well, let me tell you something. Well, for those who don't know, that event in 1971 and 1972 is what really brought down the black community, or I should say the black community in the context of this live stream. I'm gonna say the Midwest, northern states, right? What really brought down the black community was when Richard Nixon was trying to save France and Great Britain from their economic woes and recession. So he moved the trade barriers and he removed the trade barriers. He lowered the trade barriers so anybody can trade with the United States. While at the same time he took money, the dollar off the gold. He took the dollar. He further decreased the gold standard, decreased the gold standard, where Tokyo where Tokyo and Rome because Italy and Japan and Germany, the countries that we defeated in World War II, can import their automobiles into the United States. It was like a retrade deal. It was like a three-way deal. And then on top of that, most black men who were working at GM, Ford, and Chrysler, most of those workers came from the South, was migrated from the South from the 1940s and 50s, and a lot of them did not have the high level education. Many men was working in those three automobile places in Detroit, in places in the Midwest where and because of the steel mill and the automobile industry plundered because of that, those black men who was uneducated, who had families to feed, opted to do something else. And many of them went into the criminal justice system as inmates because they was trying to feed families. They were selling drugs as a result, which bring on to the crack era. So if y'all going to talk about the downgrade of black America, why don't you Negroes start there? Black women ain't thinking about, let me just knock down a nigga down. The black woman's dating habits and her dating habits is based upon survival. If y'all can't get that point, because a lot of women witness their fathers and grandfathers, if that's all they see, their fathers and grandfathers being maligned and being put on the shelf as we speak, or put off the shelf as we speak, is going to change the social dynamic of that community. But a lot of y'all don't think, y'all don't research, y'all do nothing but come online and thinking it's her the problem. No, it is Jermaine's fault. Jermaine should have spent all these years between then and now to finally understand what's the biggest overarching issue is. It's the economy, stupid. You know, when I got into gender politics, right? You know, when I got into what y'all call the gender war, I looked at the gender war solely as what actually brought me into the gender war was two things, right? What happened to the Brian Banks, and what happened to when you had that white girl talking about she walked in New York City for 10 hours, and that video, those two events are the reason why I jumped into the gender war. Y'all's worldview for most black men in here in this space is not on that. It's not on why a young black man was railroaded, or why why a Jewish white woman tried to railroad an entire group of non-white men in NYC. Y'all issue was why you couldn't get that date, or why you couldn't get that date in high school, or why you couldn't back that broad that you why you couldn't get a Kerry Washington, and you have to end up have to pick, you're picking some slims with the Keishas because you really want that Kerry Washington, and you have to worry about the gorillas. Yeah, I'm gonna use gorilla as a prime example. See, instead of blaming gorilla or sexy red and women like that, right? These women are the products of the economics. They're products of economics. So instead of you trying to shame, blame, and explain the Keisha like gorilla, the target should be the environment. Stop trying to terraform the women. Terraform the environment. And a lot of y'all are some lazy ass thinkers on here who can't comprehend. Now, when I said years ago, I said black men need to be politically active. And you know what? I might have to put that video on off private and put on my community tab. So everybody, I'm gonna tag Queen and May, who else is in my chat, who else is in my chat room. I'm gonna tag y'all and say, hey, listen, this is me when I was 20 something years old. This was me when I was 30, in my early 30s, talking about this. Because I said the same thing back now that I'm saying back then. Black men's focus is on the wrong things. Jermaine's fault is he can't comprehend and he doesn't understand having a civic culture. Because when I was on Blog Talk Radio, when I used to do a show on Blog Talk, I've always talked about, I went to every show possible to see what everybody else is talking about. I went to this Native American channel. Native American men had the highest level of incarceration, the highest level of suicides, self-deletions, self-deletions. And they had the highest level of alcoholism, drug abuse, yada, 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 yada. The same old, But when you talk to them, or listen to them, rather, first thing that come out of their mouth is, we need our land. We need money to, y'all need owed us our land. Black men don't do that. First thing we do when we come on a YouTube channel, a blog talk show, or a talk show. I remember I was on talk show as well, on talk show and Twitter. First thing come out of a black man's mouth is, what should we do about black women? Because of the rhetoric we have. Now, I was watching speaking about our rhetoric, right? I was watching the aftermath of the New Orleans attack, and I'm watching the press conference, and you had this black female FBI agent. She was the head of the FBI in New Orleans, or that sector in New Orleans. So she was doing the interview talking about, is it a terrorist attack? Is it not? We don't have enough information. Woo, woo, woo. And I looked into the comment section, and I see these white men and non-black men attacking this black woman. Why does she has a nose ring? This must be DEI hire. This is a DEI hire. I'm gonna say that again for you. DEI hire. Now, when we talk about DEI, right, in the grand scheme of things, we always talk about education. Now, yes, it is annoying. I'm gonna say one thing that's going to sound very red pill. I do get tired of hearing women saying, "We the most educated." I'm tired of hearing that shit too, though. By the way, I'm tired of hearing that shit because that does when women say that shit, all it does is antagonize black men. You know, but at the same time, you also have black men who say dumb shit like, "Well, I don't care what type of degree she has." So you Negroes spend all this time on YouTube and social media trying to downgrade a black woman's education and downgrade her accomplishments, where it made non-white men feel comfortable to say DEI hire whenever time a black woman with a degree shows up. It's not just only the black female agent in New Orleans. I also witnesses as I'm watching Kamala Harris reading the results of the Electoral College in front of Congress, and people are disrespecting her. And no, let me say this right now. I'm not here to defend Kamala Harris. Not here to defend Kamala Harris. But listen to them Negroes, listen to all the white people attacking Kamala Harris as she sit there on yesterday morning reading the results of the Electoral College in front of Congress alongside of the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. They're calling the shots. Well, I said not calling shots. They were sitting there reading the results. Oh, this is a DEI hire. Y'all made white men and Asian men comfortable using phrases in slick moments like DEI. See, 20 years from now, history gonna look back and say whose fault this is. It's gonna be Jermaine, because Jermaine lacks, what he lacked is a civic culture. He refused to understand and maintain a civic culture. Now, they use that tagline DEI rather than talking about black women because they know, you know, and then you Sergeant Willie Pete, and this is to Sergeant Willie Pete because I have tagged him in this video, in this live stream. You said that black women was crying about being, well, you know, women was crashing out online after the end result of the video. Negro, you know why black women are crashing out in the aftermath of the 2024 election. Anybody with a brain cell will sit there and see when you use DEI, that's a code word. It's a dog whistling term. Anybody with a brain cell will know what DEI means. Now, of course, some fool and some idiot might sit there and say, "Well, DEI means diversity, equity, and inclusion." Yes, 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 yes. It does mean diversity, equity, or equality, depending on who you ask, and inclusion. Any fool will sit there and say that, right? But it's mainly aimed at universities and academia. And when you look at academia, who's on there being the most cheerful, being the most educated? Black women. Why do you Negroes keep falling for the okie doke? They're using y'all's arguments, some of y'all's in-house arguments, and then they're using you. That's why black women over here crying and everything else about Donald Trump, because they know what this is about. Them code words is to target black women, but then you Negroes are so stupid, and yes, a lot of y'all stupid. That's why I don't get the respect on here. I hear some of you Negroes on here saying, "Oh, Big J, you're not. We don't respect you." Good. Y'all don't respect me. And I gotta tell you too, a lot of you Negroes, fuck you. Yeah, I said it. Do you want me to say that word again for y'all? Fuck you. Because a lot of y'all are dumb as fuck. SYSBM, MGTOW, I'm Manosphere, I'm this, that, third, I'm Red Pill. Fuck you. If you can't get the point that you are just a tool, and I'm saying right now, I'm not even pro-black. And yes, I got a video coming for the pro-blacks though. Don't worry about that, because I see the bullshit what they be doing too though. Especially when Umar got on Savvy Sab's channel and said, "We don't deserve reparations." I think I'll do a video on that, man. That when I saw that, I said, I gotta watch Savvy Sab's a live stream again. The Prince of Pan African. And I'm gonna say this to Queen. I'm gonna say this to you, Queen. Queen. Sergeant Willie P is not going to respond to me. I'm saying it again to you, Queen. SWP is not going to respond to me. The last time me and him had a discussion, he had blocked me because I told that nigga to stop crying about women. I told him to man the fuck up. And what's so amazing, some of these niggas on here said I'm the Southern SWP. Some people thought some people said I'm the Southern version of SWP. I found that offensive. I find it offensive that some of y'all try to make a comparison to me and S in Sergeant with a P. That's a no. My objective, see, I don't do group thing. That's the difference between me and Sergeant with Pete is my issue is not dating. My issues with black women is not dating. That's a you problem, not a big J problem. Now, yes. Now, are there things that black women do when it comes to dating that's different from white women? Yeah, yes, they are. But to sit there and make that as the overall arching problem on why you in society and all other black women having problems, you're making a great miss. That's very disingenuous. You know what? Better yet, I'm just saying what you say about the dating pool among black women and black men is disingenuous because how many black women are ended up getting knocked up, getting chased after in these nightclubs, women being bogart upon in college campuses. And when I say being bogart, not necessarily is a bad thing. I'm not saying in a bad way. I mean, men just having the riz. Men just approaching women. Some of you niggas don't know how to approach women. Some of y'all do it badly. But anyway, that's for a whole different other statement. And I know I'm kind of all over the place with this live stream. But like I said, it's 2025. You've been saying this shit since 2006. And me and you about the same age. SWP, you are the same age as I am. You was in your 20s talking about this, and now you in your 40s? See, shit like that makes me look at you and the rest of y'all sideways. Y'all still got these problems? See, at some point, if you get problems with women, the problem isn't the women. The problem is you. That's why I said though the other day, and Queen and May, who's in the chat room, was sad when I said, or I said what I said the other day, where I said I don't want anybody. I don't see myself being getting married and have no children. I think a lot of you Negroes need to understand that your manhood should be attached to your own character and should be attached to your own accomplishments rather than finding your manhood with a woman. Some of y'all just need to accept being single for the rest of your life. Y'all gonna have to accept that. Just chalk it to the game of, well, hey, leaves, I tried. But don't act like try to make your dating life as this overall arching why the entire community have these problems. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's not this person's problem. That's just the game of life. Some people lose, some people will win. And a lot of y'all keep falling for the okie doke. And I don't get it. Y'all keep falling for the okie doke all the time. And the problem is And the problem is nobody wants to hear y'all. And then it looks sad that y'all would give support. I'm using that word support in quotation terms. When I'm using the term support, see that as in quotations. Y'all support Donald Trump as a lick back, as a lick against the black woman. Because Donald Trump has made offensive statements towards women and black women, like I forgot her name. He used to be the black woman who was the reporter during the press conferences. She used to work at ABC at the time, or was it CBS? And he, you know, an older black lady. I want to say she around her 50s or 60s. He kept Donald Trump kept on disrespecting her during his first term. Y'all saw that as okay. Well, y'all saw that and say, okay, since Donald Trump doing this to black women and he's being a offensive ass pig, misogynist pig, y'all think, oh, okay, let me just hitch my wagon. Y'all think voting for Donald Trump, y'all voted for Donald Trump rather to put you and her into slavery because that's the only place where you can check that black female. You strip away that black woman's education, her choices, and all she got is your black ass on that plantation. Make you dependent on her because Sergeant P keep talking about the black community is a matriarchy. It's a matriarchy. It's a gynocracy and all that. Not understanding that the black society has created a brain drain when you devalue education, and because we devalue education, we don't know nothing about politics, economics. You don't know shit about how the system, the Reed branches of government works. Whose butter is spreading on your biscuit? On y'all don't understand the butter. Who's giving y'all the butter to spread on y'all's toast? Like y'all can't understand. And let me say this right now. Nah, man. What you said is correct. Right? The difference for career survival between the working class black man and black women is that black women will network. Black men won't. They try to one up each other or hold each other back. Hashtag the sisterhood. Like I said, it's Jermaine's fault. Why you think that I'm gonna use myself, right? I'm gonna use myself here. I'm representing myself. Why you think I have a hatred of older black men? Because older black men are always the first one that will come up in your face and try to give you quote unquote advice where the advice is so rancorous. And then they talk behind your back. And then when you succeed, right? Oh, yes, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. And when you succeed, they try to take the credit for it. As if you ain't man enough to do shit by your damn self. And when you fail, they're gonna blame you for not taking their advice. And then they use your failure as a come up. Because all these old niggas, the old niggas do is stay out there on that street corner and talk shit. While they talk about what you might have done. Not what you did, what you might have done, while they got kid after kid after kid at that courthouse, who dragging them into that child support court. See, black men have been trying to try to hold the other black man back. Now, like I said, we're gonna go back to what happened in December the 23rd of 2024. Now, May, Sunkiss, both of y'all who's in that chat room. Now, May might know. May saw it. May saw this. May, what happened on December the 23rd of 2024? Now, I saw jealousy. I saw jealousy right there. Now, everybody said Big J was jealous. Everybody said Big J was jealous. But the real person who was jealous got up on that panel and tried to steal that other man's platform. Okay, May. Let me refresh your memory, May. Somebody got on somebody else's live stream and tried to take over that person's live stream by coming on the live stream and said, well, hip hop is dangerous because of X, Y, and Z. Then the host said, no, it's not because you don't listen to hip hop. Like I listen to hip hop. Now I ain't gonna say that nigga's name. Because I hate that nigga. If y'all think I hate Sherrod, no. There's somebody who I hate a lot more than Sherrod. I dislike Sherrod. All right, I dislike Sherrod. But Sherrod, I don't hate. It's that nigga right there. It's that bald-headed nigga right there. Wearing the glasses. With his self-hating ass. Oh, see, that's why. See, and apparently all three of us is supposed to be anti-manosphere. Right? All three of us supposed to be anti-manosphere. But this nigga got on that nigga's channel because I happen to be on that nigga's panel. On the host panel. Talking about, I know who Brownsville is. And then the nigga said, well, how you know who Brownsville is when Brownsville is on my channel all the time? No. Fact. Hold on. Let me say this in a better way. And this might put me in trouble. How the fuck can you say you know who Brownsville is when the only time he knows Brownsville is because I'm fighting Brownsville? And you know I fight Brownsville because on Sherrod's channel. So how can you watch Sherrod's channel? How can you say you're not watching Sherrod's channel when Brownsville is on Sherrod's channel and they're cousins? That's jealousy right there. Y'all want to know who's the real jealous nigga? That one right there. And I see a whole lot of you niggas clown that nigga. I'm glad of that shit. I'm gonna clap my hands to that. Clap my hands to that. And then try to tell everybody to go to his channel. Yeah, yes, man. I have my own YouTube channel, and you know, blah 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 blah. No, nobody ain't going to that dead ass channel. And that's what I'm talking about. Black men hate each other. And it's a result of a lack of a civic culture. Too many niggas had this idea of being the top dog. And you know what the problem is? All of us are just 3-foot midgets trying to reach for a 7-foot shelf, on top of a 7-foot shelf, with no ladder. You up on the ground, you got your hands up, and you're stopping everybody else's hands as they reach it up, and you're trying to reach to the top shelf, and that top shelf is 7 foot tall, and you only 3 feet tall. You're a midget. Y'all ain't gonna understand that, do y'all? That's why y'all always gonna be blamed. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. And that's why I told y'all, I don't want none of you. You know, everybody said, Big J, you jealous of this nigga. You jealous of Sherrod. You jealous of Brownsville. What Sherrod got and what Brownsville got, I don't want. I don't want what Angerman got. I don't want what BGS, whole ass BGS got. For every BGS, there is for every BGS or every I'm gonna use BGS as an example. I'm gonna use him solo as an example. For every BGS, give me a Jordan P. Peterson. Or a Tim Pool. I want the Tim Pool shit. I want the Jordan Peterson shit. I want the you know, I want that type of level shit. So why should I be jealous of any of you niggas? What you have, I don't want. I don't desire what y'all have. Those 20,000 subs, or I mean those 5,000 subs. I don't want them 5,000 subs. I want 75K at least. You having 4,000 subs don't mean shit to me. I want what the white boys got. Because you see, I don't know about y'all. I have a little taste of white supremacy. No, script. No. That's not wrong word. Wrong word. Wrong word. I know what white privilege tastes like. If you are a black person, in May, you up in the chat room. If you ever had a taste of white privilege, do you understand that's like a lightning in a bottle for a black person? And once you have it just for at least 5 minutes, you be like, oh my God, what is this shit? That's what I want. What like you niggas talk about is subpar. If you're not Barack, I'll say the only black man you might find me to be jealous of is Barack Hussein Obama II. Okay? Barack Hussein Obama Jr. That's probably the only black man I can sit here and say, well, Big J, are you envious of Obama? I'll say, yeah, hell yeah. But you niggas, get the fuck out of here. That's probably the only black man I'll sit there and say, yeah, I want that. See, I'm not after pussy like y'all. Y'all want the power to be irresponsible with pussy. Let me say this again. Y'all want the power to be irresponsible with women. Y'all want the power to be irresponsible with sex. See, I'm not looking for pussy. And y'all might say I'm on some LBQ, y'all might say I'm some homosexual shit, which is stupid. I'm pretty much am heterosexual. It's just that I'd rather have power before achieving sex. That's why if you look at every fucking story, the dragon slayer was not fucking before he slayed the dragon. He slayed the dragon and got the princess. Super Mario Brothers. Anybody who played Super Mario Brothers will understand. Super Mario stomped on Goombas. Those Koopa turtles, the green and the red. And then he attained, and once he defeated Bowser, he got the Princess Toadstool. Zelda the same way. I don't play Zelda. Not really a Zelda fan. But Link had to go fight all these ghouls and shit just to get the Zelda. See, a lot of y'all have it backwards. This is why you have to terraform the environment, not terraform the Keisha. Okay, who knew 210? I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it in the context. See, you're missing the context. You're missing the context. I don't know who you are though. You're missing the context. Why I'm saying white privilege. If somebody temporarily, if you are in a position, I'm put it like this to you. If you are in a position let's say you are a friend of some white person. If you're a friend of a white person who is of high stature, and I know a lot of y'all in this space, y'all from inner cities, y'all only attend black majority black schools. You know, y'all might not get it. Y'all might not get it. If you attended a white school, a majority white school, and you get and you befriended some rich white dude, and he's giving you shit just on a temporary basis, and then the things that come with the shit, and you are surprised by what you are attaining. This is what I'm talking about, the spiritual white privilege part. I might talk about that. I gotta talk about that later on. That because we talk about that later on, and you were surprised by what the things you was getting, the favors, the let's overlook this because you're connected to that individual. Yeah, and listen, May, you're going to have to. You're going to have to teach them from video games because they don't read. A lot of these people on here don't read, so you have to teach them using the optics of video games. Everybody knew that Mario did not got close to Prison Toadstool until you finished the 8th level of Super Mario Brothers Part 1, Super Mario Brothers 2. No, excuse me, I'm sorry. Not Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 64. If you can't understand that you have to slay the dragon to get close to that woman that you really want, and that's why I said though the other day, in Queen Son Kiss and was sad by what I said, that I might not get what I want. I might not get that, when I said though I'm not gonna get married or have children or whatever, because that dragon I want needs to be slaughtered. Because I realize as a black man, in order to get what I want, I have to slaughter the creature. And a lot of y'all are refused to slaughter or slay the dragon. And sometimes that dragon that you're trying to slay may not be this outside force. It may not be another person or another thing or another concept or some ideology you have to, or some system of government you want to fit. No. That dragon that you need to slay is in your head. It's within you. And if you can't sit there and understand that part on a psychological level, then you got no fucking business talking about gender politics. That dragon is you. your lack of trying to understand the world, your lack of trying to, this the dragon of indifference, the dragon of thinking with your dick all the time, the dragon of boys will be boys because we're boys and shit. Y'all won't slay the dragon. You thinking you supposed to deserve because she's out there, because she's sitting right there. You think you supposed to just reach out, grab it, and take it. No, you get to earn that woman's respect. You get to earn that woman's love. You have to earn that shit. That's what the African American woman or the women of the African diaspora, right? That's what. Now, I'm not saying it's completely your fault, but half of it is. A great portion of it is your fault. Because you will not better yourself. That's why I played that Killer Mike clip before I did my commentary. Killer Mike trying to create a system where the government gives black men, because black men is going to get black girls pregnant without marrying them, rather than find the initiative for black men to have personal responsibility. But like I said, I know my channel is not going to grow. I know that I'm not going anywhere with this channel. For me, this is more about me saying you niggas are stupid, and you think that this gender war shit is going to y'all think this SBE is a power move. You think Shane Blaine explains a power move? Well, let me help you out. Y'all voted for a candidate who got the backing of Elon Musk, and Elon Musk made money off of your ancestors' diamond money. Y'all don't get it? Elon Musk is running wild, and then y'all support Elon Musk. When Elon Musk go after the DEI, he's really trying to reintroduce apartheid in America, and we all know Elon Musk came from the place of apartheid, which is South Africa. Why you think Elon Musk is in British politics and German politics? Why you think Justin Trudeau resigned from being Prime Minister of Canada? Because it has Elon Musk's hands is all up in it. See. Now I do know who is going to respond to this video. We're going to respond. I know who's going to respond to this live stream. It won't be Sergeant Woody Pete. Sergeant Woody Pete will not respond to this video. But the person who I tagged in this video will. Because he got nothing. He's an old nigga who knows that I get under his skin. Queen, you hadn't watched the news? Man, it's all over the news. Yeah, Justin Trudeau resigned. Justin Trudeau resigned because of Trump. Well, part of it was Trump and some of that was self-inflicting, right? Some of that was self-inflicting because Justin Trudeau's politics is so I don't want to. I really want to go off on Justin Trudeau right now, especially if people don't know shit about Canadian politics like that. People barely even know about American politics, so why should I talk about Canadian politics? But yeah, part of that was Trump. Part of that is Trump. Trump is part of the reason why Trudeau is resigning from being Prime Minister of Canada. So yeah, that's if you watch the news, Donald Trump is part of the reason why. Yeah, and Trudeau's weak. Trudeau ran out of steam. He ran out of steam. So Trudeau ran out of steam, and when Trump said what he was going to do, and Trudeau like, man, fuck it, I can't do it. So yeah, you're right, Rudy. Trudeau's weak, you know. So, but easy, Queen, easy. The tariffs. Yeah. Though Trudeau was about to go off on India when those Indians assassinated that what's his name inside of Canada, and he was like, you don't bring your foreign agents into my country and assassinate somebody in my country. He was fighting that. He was fighting the Indian government, though. I was like, damn. Well, I was like, okay, how would that? I was kind of sitting like, they could go the war behind that, but at the same time, they're both part of the British Commonwealth. India and Canada is part of the British Commonwealth, and something like that could have started off a war. So yeah, the tariff. So Trudeau said part of it is tariffs, Donald Trump's tariffs. He said he can't stop it, but at the same time, I gotta say this. That video from Madhead Doctor, who's a sorry ass nigga though. I gotta say it. Man, I gotta go off of Madhead. I saw that video, and Madhead's right. He's right though. Even though he's a bitch ass nigga, but he's right because the tariffs on Canadians' wood have been there ever since Biden was president. Right. Hold on. Right. You said he was stupid. You don't go begging at Mar-a-Lago as a beggar. You are the prime minister. Trump told him, you can be government. You can be the governor, and I'll let you be the 51st state. Now, Madhead did a video called Trump's Tariffs. And everything Madhead said in that video is correct. I'm gonna say it right now, it is correct. It's fucking correct. Mm-hmm. Right. Right, Queen. Right. You know, but anybody who thinks that voting for Trump, you know, when I talk about the tariffs, right? When I was talking about the tariffs, I was talking to the Trump supporters, you know, the people who on that American First shit, you know, because I already know that Biden have tariffs, right? But the idea is that you're going to add more tariffs on goods and services, and expecting though Trump was going to be better, is going to be better than Biden or even Harris when there's added taxation. But y'all say you for lower taxes, that's higher taxes. Yeah, talking about he want to take over Greenland, and you know he want to take Greenland too. Like, all right, you want to take, you want to retake Panama. Okay, really? And I'm gonna say it like this: the only country that had the balls against Trump, and I'm gonna do a video. I know what, I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on this or not, because I really am burnt out on doing videos and doing editing and shit. I really am burnt out doing YouTube. But so if y'all don't see me making any live streams and videos as much or anymore, just know I'm okay. I just don't, I'm burnt out, right? But anyway, if I happen to do a video on this, right, Honduras is the only country that has balls against Trump. Honduras says, okay, if y'all want to kick out my people out of your country, then therefore I'm giving notice that your military can't be in my country. And this proved, I've been saying this for a very long time. The reason why those illegals is crossing the border is because we put our military over there, our intelligence agencies over there. We fucked their little shit up over there. So all these poor people that we stirred up come up across the southern border. But hey, you try to tell these Trump supporters, these MAGA supporters. But anyway, Honduras actually said it. Okay, well, okay. If you want to kick out our citizens out of the United States, therefore we're gonna kick your military out. I'm just saying. I mean, like, do anybody watch? You know what? I might have to drink some coffee, or or do something so I can just do that video, or create the urge or enforce myself to do that video about Honduras announcement about they were kicked out the United States Army out of Honduras. if one head of a Honduran has been touched, I'm gonna kick your military out. But yeah. Anyway, I said enough. Y'all be easy. I got hour 25 minutes into this, so let me get off of here. So thank y'all for watching. I noticed I did this super early, but I've been sleeping, been in the doctor's office and shit. So yeah, y'all be easy, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm tired, y'all. I'm out. Haven't really got that much sleep. Shit. Peace, y'all.